boats in Lego, with each one getting bigger and bigger. And along the way, I'll be putting them through extreme tests to see if they'll float or sink. So anyway, let's go. Let's begin with the first boat, which is also the smallest. And it's this tiny raft that can only see a few minifigures. So first, let's see if it floats. Okay, yes it does. But that was only a warm-up, because now it's time to put it to the test. So we're gonna be testing it against this giant whirlpool to see if it's gonna get sucked up or if it can survive. Oh no, the boat's getting sucked in. Okay, now the Lego man is just spinning. Okay, it's time for the second Lego boat on our list. But for this one, I need to make a quick trip to the store. I want this one. Nice. This next boat is a sailboat. The sail is made from this tiny piece of plastic, and inside there's a tiny bed for someone to sleep. Now the first thing I want to know is, can this boat float? Okay, yes it does. Now it's time to put this boat to the test. First, I want to see if the sail on this thing actually works.
Nope. Nope.
Nope, no it doesn't. Okay, next, let's see if it can survive the whirlpool. Wow, I'm actually surprised that just happened. Next, let's see if it will survive getting flushed. Nice, it survived. Okay, now it's time to unlock our third boat, but this time it's a Lego police boat. And this boat has a lot more features. There's a small jail inside to put criminals, and there's even a landing pad for a police helicopter on the back. But just like the other boats, let's see if this one floats. Yes, it does. But now it's time to put this boat through some extreme tests. And we're gonna be doing them at this giant water park, a place where water is literally everywhere. For this first test, let's see if it can handle some waves. And for this next test, we're gonna see if it can survive this giant slide. Nice, it did. Okay, let's build the next Lego boat on our list. But this time, it's a luxurious Lego yacht. There's a slide that goes off the boat. I built this Bluetooth speaker, this mini fridge full of drinks. I built a small hot tub, and inside there's literally an indoor movie theater. So basically, whatever minifig owns this boat definitely has a net worth of $1 billion. So now let's take it outside and let's see if it floats. Okay, it's kind of floating, but it's also tipping. Now, let's see if it can survive a storm. That's a big L in the chat. I spent like 4 hours building this. Okay, it's time for the next Lego boat on our list, but this time it's a Lego pirate ship. It's got cannons that can actually shoot these round bricks. It even comes with a plank. Okay, let's see if this one can float. Bruh. Wow, that was very lame. No, it doesn't. And since that boat didn't float, on to the next one. But this time, I built a giant cargo ship. And it's made from one giant Lego piece. Probably one of the biggest Lego pieces I've ever seen. So now, let's see if this thing actually floats. Okay, it does. And like every cargo boat, this thing is supposed to carry a lot of weight. So let's see how many Lego minifigs we can add to it until it sinks. Okay, that's 10 minifigs, 20 minifigs, 30, 40, 50... and 100. Wow, the boat is still floating, so we need to keep adding more. And because I'm out of space, I'm gonna have to build a second level. Okay, that's 110. Uh-oh, it's starting to tip. Okay, 180, 190. Okay, that's 200. Okay, it looks like 200 people is the limit. Unless it's your mom, though. That would only be one person. Bruh. Okay, it's time to build the next boat on our list. But this time, I built a Lego aircraft carrier. And to go on the ship, I built some fighter jets and these planes. I added guards around the ship to protect it. I built a small tower with a room for people to control the boat. On the side, I added this landing strip so planes can take off and land. And finally, I built this working missile launcher that can shoot in any direction. Okay, now that the boat is complete, it's time to test and see if it will float. This thing's really massive, so hopefully it doesn't break. Okay, it actually floats. But for this next test, we're gonna see if this ship can survive a giant meteorite. But first, here's one made from one Lego brick. Okay, that did nothing. What about this one made from 10 Lego bricks? Or this one made from 100 Lego bricks? Okay, the boat is still floating, but one of the jets got destroyed. And finally, for the biggest meteorite, I built this giant ball made from 1,000 Lego bricks. What the heck? The boat is still floating. Next, let's see if the ship can survive a giant wave. Okay, I give up. On to the next boat. Okay, we have one final Lego boat to test that's also the biggest. But before we do that, here's 10 tiny Lego items that are supposed to float in the real world, and we're gonna see if they can float in Lego. Starting with this Lego life jacket.
Okay, it floats.
I'm also gonna test a basketball,
That one sinks.
this duck floaty,
Nice.
and this fish.
Nope, the fish is drowning.
Next up, we have this tiny canoe. Nice. Now let's see if it can survive the whirlpool. No, it can't. I also have this kayak,
Nope.
or this surfboard.
No.
Next, I built this tiny log raft made from round bricks.
Nope.
What about a Lego coffin? It looks like it can float.
Yes.
What about a Lego barrel?
Oh, let's go. Wait, let it cook. Dang, they had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
And for this final item, it's this tiny ship, but it's special because it actually goes on a minifig.
And no.
And after testing all those Lego items, it's time for the final but biggest Lego boat on our list. And it's this giant cruise ship made from thousands of Lego pieces. And on the ship are multiple levels with different rooms and hundreds of people. So for this next test, we're gonna need to put a giant dent on the back of the ship.
Okay, step 1 complete.
And now that this ship has a giant hole in it, we're gonna put it in the water and watch it sink. Wow, not gonna lie, but that was kind of sad but satisfying to watch at the same time. Comment what you want to see me do with Lego next. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.